You guys can get all those men. too bad.
Okay.
What's all that laughter I hear? Aloha, everyone. It feels so good to be back. We've only been gone like a little over a week, right? And it feels like forever. And we are very pleased to be back with our family. And in this room that we have wanted for 2 years, and we just call me the 11th hour man. Yeah. So I can never say that we didn't have it, because we did on our last day. So anyway, so aloha, and to get us kick-started here, we're going to, as always, start with our announcements with that island girl that we've all come to love and expect. And thank you, Ron, for last week for being the island man. There you go. So Michelle LeMay to do our announcements.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are laughing because we don't usually have a podium, and I felt like I would be hidden, so I actually have a little booster that Rob found for me. Well, we have lots going on this week. Today, especially, actually, is our birthday Sunday, so please stay after for cake. Donna has brought some cake for us to all share, and we do have a few birthdays. Isha, I'm not sure if Isha came today. Janice is here. All right. Well, oh, there you are. Yay. Birthday. And Reverend Romay on the mainland. So is there anybody else who has birthdays that we didn't know? Oh, okay. So Sandra in the back. And then what's your name, ma'am? Melody. All right. Fabulous. Well, we'll stay after. We'll sing a little bit of happy birthday, and then we'll have some cake to celebrate. And then we are also celebrating that today is our last day here after 2.5 years at the Aloha Beach Resort. We are going to be moving next week. We'll be staying at, it's actually our temporary place. It's going to be the Lemongrass Restaurant. So that's right in Kaua'i town. We'll be in the upstairs version. So I know that there has been lots of emails and Facebook posts and us sharing it verbally, but there may be some folks that haven't gotten the word. So if you know of people who have been coming and have not been coming recently, just make sure you help spread the word so that everybody knows that our new temporary place is Lemongrass, and we are starting that next Sunday. So next Sunday, go to Lemongrass. If you come here, we will not be here. We will be at Lemongrass. So where are we going to be? Yay! I would love to be a fly on the wall to see how many people still come here, because I know there will be. And then also starting this week, we have a new class called Spirits in Rebellion. This is a 10-week class that's going to be in Lihui, and it's going to be every Wednesday, starting this Wednesday from 6 to 8. And what we're going to be studying is the lineage of New Thought. So we'll be learning from lots of different metaphysicians and people that Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of Science of Mind, who he gleaned all his information from. So if you're interested in learning more in depth of where this philosophy came from, how to use it into your daily life in a practical manner, then the Spirits in Rebellion class would be for you. You definitely need to sign up and register ahead of time, and you can speak to Reverend Patrick or Reverend Rita if you have any questions, but also to register. And you can register online as well. Everything is online, including our live streaming. We are, thanks to Rob, live streaming every week, and also recorded. So if you are not here and can watch live, or if you cannot watch live, you can watch it later and have it be, it's all recorded on YouTube. So that's on our website, which is www.cslkauai.org. And that is also where you can register for another class that's going to be happening in November 23rd. It is the Radical Forgiveness Circle Ceremony, and it's transforming the past and creating a new present. So that is a workshop that's going to be led by Sherry Claire, who is a creative partner of Colin Tipping, who actually wrote the book Radical Forgiveness. So this was a workshop that was given last year, and I heard lots of great response and feedback from people who did it last year, and how it's actually a really transformative experience. Now, space is limited. There is a sign-up sheet on the table next to the bookstore, so that is something that you'll definitely want to get your name in now, because spots are filling up for that. We also have started a new sacred service ministry, which is in regards to just volunteering and people participating in our center. Lots of people have stepped up, whether it's with setting up, breaking down, bringing in the cake, doing announcements like I have been doing. It's all a part of us coming together as a family and an ohana. So thank you for those who have. And for those who want to, you can see Donna. She's out back, Donna Otto Schumacher. She is our coordinator right now, so you can speak to her if you want to help out. And there's still different positions available, and it's all up to you how much time you have or what it is, what your gifts are that you would like to give to the center. But it's definitely, for me, being in service has really been a way for me to get involved and really feel part of a community. So if you're needing that and wanting that, then please talk to Donna or the Reverends or anyone else that is a member. We will have our next new membership Sunday will be towards the end of October 25th. So if you are not a member and would like to become one, there are also forms at the bookstore on the table. And you can talk to any one of us and just make it official. And what that means is just making a commitment to your spiritual growth and to your spiritual community here at CSL. All right. I think that's all. Well, enjoy your service, everybody. And I will remove my booster. I was not kidding.
We supply everything here at CSL Kaua'i. Okay, so we're going to start with lighting the peace candle, and this past week was International Peace Day, and they had that here, and it was being celebrated. We were in California, and they were celebrating it everywhere, and it was just nice to remind everyone that we begin this peace within ourselves. We don't wait for it out there, because if we would, we might be waiting a long time. So we start right where we're at. So we do this every week. And we have a special little this is our time of meditation, contemplation, and just centering. But we have something very special today, something a little different for our last day here. And we have the two ladies here. We're going to do a little chant, I believe.
We want to start incorporating chant more into our service. And we did this one before with you. And it's I am remembering who I am. And we're going to use it to go into our meditation. So I will turn the time over to you. So we'll teach you it to you first, and then we're going to split into parts.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Really helps.
Okay.
So it goes like this. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. And then there's another part. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. Okay, so you can just get comfortable in your seat. And Amy's going to lead the I am remembering, and I'm going to do the I am remembering who I am. So this side will do I am remembering who I am, and this side will do I am remembering, okay? But we'll start together, and then we'll split off, okay? Take a deep breath. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. 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 I am remembering who I am.
And staying in that absolute I am state of being. Just get yourself comfortable as we enter into this time of remembering who and what we are at all times, the I am that I am. And I have a seed thought for you to take into your time of meditation, contemplation, and just centering, and that is from Oliver Wendell Holmes. Where we love is home, home that our feet may leave, but not our hearts. Where we love is home, home that our feet may leave, but not our hearts. Enjoy your time. Where we love is home, home that our feet may leave, but not our hearts. And continuing to stay centered in this place called home, this place that we do not have to travel far to remember that there is a power, a presence that is right here within us, coming from us, filling this room, filling this island, filling this planet, filling all that is the all that is all. So what I know from this place of power is that we have come together today in celebration. We have come together today in remembering who and what we are, and that is good, that is God, that is love. That place called love, that is our true identity. So we go forth together in this celebration service with that continuing of remembering that there is a magnificence that we truly are at all times. So knowing that, we let this time together unfold perfectly, easily, effortlessly, joyously, lovingly, as together we say with mahalo, just pouring from our heart, we say, and so it is now. Yeah, nice. All righty.
All right. Aloha, everyone, again. So good to be back. We'll talk more about that later. So, as Patrick said, this is our, for those of you who didn't hear it, this is our last Sunday at the Aston Aloha. They are renovating this hotel, and they've sold it to Hilton, I guess. And so we're having to leave. So next week we will be at the Lemongrass restaurant in Kaua'i town, right by the Shell Factory, if you don't know where it is. I think the address is in your program. But that's where we'll be next week until, you want to tell them the rest?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was going to go with the new people, but
Well,
let's jump right into the big announcement, shall we? Wait a minute, where was that in the program?
I know, I just jumped ahead.
It's okay.
I wasn't looking at the program.
It's okay. Throw all rules
sorry.
to the side. It's okay. I was really going to build up to that. But anyway, here's the deal. We have been here for 2.5 years. And we are being called, and sometimes the calling is not always right when we want it, but I think that when somebody gives you your notice, you're really put on notice. And that's really the universe that says you can hold on as long as you want, but you're going now. So we're going. So we have been in this wondrous search, and thank you, first of all, mahalo, for all of your suggestions, all of your consciousness, not only on this island, but on the mainland. They have been coming in daily. We see your new home. We know it's here. We know it's here. And it has come. We're very close. We're about 3 days from signing a lease. So when you sign a lease, that's called a commitment. Yeah, not just week to week. So here's the deal. We will be at the Lemongrass for a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And when we sign that on the 1st over at the East Side Kaua'i Professional Building, which is right across from the beach, lovely location. It's on the bottom. It's surrounded by windows. So we will not be placing us by those windows because you will be looking at the beach instead of paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing. But anyway, we will give you details. But faith has held up. We did not lose faith. We relied upon it. And we sat in this month at the very beginning and stated something to the law of our being, that we had to have a place. And even at those times that it looked like there was no place, and oh, believe me, there was times that there looked like there was no place. The beautiful lemongrass opened up, and we knew that that was just going back into a smaller space, but for the interim, it's fine. But now we're going to sign this lease. This will be our new home 7 days a week. And so we will be truly CSL Kaua'i Center. So that way we all have it. We will be pulling all of our classes into one place. And I'm very emotional because in 27 days, it has been quite a roller coaster ride. And just to add on is that when we landed, I was still saying what I know is the perfect place. When we landed, we were told that it was probably, most likely, not happening. So we were like, home, and then Rita and I this philosophy should not be taken for granted. Faith should never be taken for granted. I said it is absolutely impossible I got out of the way. It is impossible because I deal with the law of the universe that says yes. Not maybe, not no, but yes. And so just to recommit was what happened. So I said, got out of the way of the house, and we got the call that said, by the way, looks like you'll be in by the 1st. So give yourselves a round of applause for your consciousness. And so that was a big announcement. So bring in the parade. Just kidding. If I could have, I would have. So anyway, that's the big announcement for us. We do have a home now. So continue. I know it. Continue. I see it right now, Reverend Rita, Reverend, and that's all we need to do. And so there you go.
So that kind of sums up our philosophy in a nutshell: is that you place your demand upon the universe, and it has to answer your demand because you are the universe. So that's what we practice here in the science of mind and spirit, and that's an example of it manifesting. So here we go. It's such a ride. So who's here for the first time?
I know.
Anyone?
I know.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
No, you're known as daughter. Oh, welcome. Yay. So
And her birthday was last week, yeah? 22nd. Yeah.
Anyone else here for the first time?
No.
Okay.
We have something for you. You
Yeah.
can keep up.
Yeah. So we do.
Like a game show.
Oh, you found them. Yay. All right. So we also know something about you, and we're going to let you know what that is. So don't be scared. It's really wonderful. Yeah, your mother told us. So we're just going to let you know, which
Are you ready?
you probably already know about yourself, but here we go. So
Let's tell her, everyone.
You
are magnificent!
Yes.
Oh, I like what she said. She said, I
just-
knew that.
She flipped the hair and she let us know. Yay.
Yeah, not only did she know it, but she flipped it. You know what I mean?
All right, that's great. So we couldn't say that if we didn't know it about ourselves. So let's just put our hands on our hearts and just let ourselves know I am magnificent. We cannot say that enough to ourselves and to each other. So let's just turn to someone next to us and let them know that they are.
Okay, that's pretty much all for magnificence. Moving on. I'm kidding you, but I do want to say something that this is our beautiful Amy, and Amy is flying solo today because Jeremy is out with their children in the soccer. It's that time of year, so we really honor that they're trading off and they're doing that. You're doing that for your kids. So, but anyway, you are magnificent, and you'll let Jeremy know that he's magnificent as well. Great.
So I think we're ready to just do our opening song.
So let's stand up, let's stretch, let's fill this room. Wow. Am I here alone? What are we doing?
I think we feel it pretty good.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready?
We are.
Away, so much loving in the world. Away, away, so much loving in the world. Living together as one, under the golden sun. Living together as one, under the golden sun. Blow, honey, cleanse my soul. Blow, honey, cleanse my soul. Away, away, so much loving in the world. Away, away, so much loving in the world. Living together as one, under the golden sun. Living together as one, under the golden sun. Blow, Makani, cleanse my soul. Blow,
I know right here and right now is that we are one. We are one under the golden sun. We are one in the presence, in the love, in the divine energy. And that's what we bring to the service here today. And we live it. We let it out. We let it express itself perfectly through us in our own unique way. I know that this service is blessed from moment by moment into each moment, knowing that that presence is here within us and that we receive exactly what we need to receive and give exactly what we need to give. It's all in that perfect flow of love. Knowing this to be the truth, I just give gratitude in advance for everything that transpires here. And I just breathe into it. I let it go. I let my word go as law into law, as we say together. And so it is.
Away, away, so much loving in the world. Away, away, so much loving in the world. Living together as one, under the golden sun. Living together as one, under the golden sun. Oh, Kaua'i, cleanse my soul. Oh, Kaua'i, cleanse my soul. Oh, Kaua'i, cleanse my soul.
Yeah.
Okay, that was beautiful. Thank you, Amy. So every once in a while in this spot, we do something called In the Light. And it's a time when someone, one of our members, comes up and talks about something that happened in their life that is representative of spirit, of the science of mind and spirit, of joy, love, all of those good things. So today we have a special person. Her name, she's one of our founding members, and she's an amazing, fantastic, fabulous woman. And her name is Maureen Murphy. So I'm just going to ask her to come up.
This is definitely a real pleasure. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm here to tell you that treatment works. It's our form, it's a science of mind form of spiritual affirmative prayer. And what we do, we've been doing it. They've already given us 2 treatments today. We started off with a chant that said, I'm remembering who I am. These are all part of that 5-step process that we learn when we take the classes. And I definitely use it in my life. And I'm here to just say how grateful I am that this form of affirmative prayer works. It is my job to know what I want and to state what I want in the affirmative and trust that the universe knows how to do it and get out of my own way. 2 months ago, I had double knee replacement, and within under 2 hours of coming out of the surgery, I was standing on my feet. I never had to use a bedpan or any of that stuff. From the day they set me free from the catheters, I was going to the bathroom by myself. Within 6 days, I was walking up and down stairs. It just goes on, but it's all of us. It didn't happen because I'm some kind of wonderful, unique person. We all are wonderful, unique people. And it takes a family. Reverend Rita and Reverend Patrick either came and saw me every single day, and I was in the hospital for 11 days. They either saw me or called me. Every time we got together, we did treatment work. We knew we knew that I was healing perfectly. Jackie was there. She also connected with me. And Karen, God bless you, Karen, came and visited me every single day. I always had visitors, and it was always about the healing. It was never about, oh, you poor thing, how are you going to deal with it? Stay away from naysayers. Go with the winners. No, stay with the winners. When I left rehab, 11 days after surgery, I didn't even need a walker. Now, I had 2 knees replaced, and I was only using a cane. It's been, many people would say it's a miracle. We call it an ordinary. It was an absolute ordinary. Please, if you have any questions or want to know more about it, please, come and see me afterwards. But I cannot say enough how important affirmative prayer is. And we have this incredible 5-step process that these wonderful people will teach you, and it works. Thanks. And it's kind of like I almost dare you to look at the scar. I ask everybody to look at the scars and see.
What scars?
Yeah, exactly. What scars? And it's been 2 months. 2 months.
Yes. And that's because...
and I'm now able to get in and out of my sports car, and I can drive a stick. And that's like...
That's an important detail.
That's really important.
Yes. And one thing I wanted to add to that is that one thing that I remember hearing from you is that this, before the surgery, before it all took place, is when you started your work. We don't start it when we're in the middle of a catastrophe. Oh, by the way, maybe this would be a good time to know the truth. She started long before that with the intention that this was going to be easy, effortless, and it was going to be an exact divine timing. And so setting that intention is very important. So, were you doing the bobbing of the head thing? Like hurry up? Wow. This is the last day. We can do anything we want here. But this is what I'm going to intend right now. I'm going to intend for the beautiful, beautiful Amy to give us her special music today. And I will sit down and enjoy it with the rest of you.
Thank you so much. Is this coming through okay? Can you give me some more? Okay. How's that? Better? Okay. All right, I'm going to share a song by Shimshai called Pure. Pure, pure like the water, let it run forevermore. To be clean, clean as the waves come crashing to the shore. It leaves me smooth, smooth as a pebble, polished in the depths of love, and carried by the winds of grace on the wings of a dove. So pure, pure like the water, let it run forevermore. To be clean, clean as the waves come crashing to the shore. It leaves me smooth, smooth like a pebble, polished in the depths of love, and carried by the winds of grace on the wings of a dove. So shine, shine like a diamond, and project the light of one. From the source we are sent through the center, as the moon reflects the sun. Arise and awake from your slumber, kindle ancient flames as witness to change of what's to come, though the essence remains the same. All fades away, all lies within, all finds a way. So shine, shine like a diamond, and project the light of one. From the source we are sent through the center, as the moon reflects the sun. Arise and awake from your slumber, kindle ancient flames, is witness to the waves of what's to change, though the essence remains the same. All fades away, and all lies within, and all finds a way. So pure, pure like the water, let it run forevermore. To be clean, clean as the waves come crash into the shore. It leaves me smooth, smooth like a pebble, polished in the depths of love, and carried by the winds of grace on the wings of a dove. All fades away, and all lies within, all finds a way.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful, pure, 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 pure. Yeah, pure. It is. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. So this is a very hard message to have to give, only because there was so much that went on since we saw you last. It's like, where do you really focus it in and really allow this, get focused, have an intention. And it is really good to be back. It's sometimes you do have to go back, and then in order to remember, exactly where you're at here. So we went there for one specific reason, and that was our ordination. And so, thank you. Yeah. And we will be having the actual ordination ceremony on January 10th at the Pavilion in Lidgate. So it's a big event. People fly in and they do a big thing. So we were ordained while we were there, but it's never official until your family is there for the actual official ceremony, which will take place here. So it'll be a very big month in that way. What it did for me, before I went into the panels, I wanted to share something with you and I think we can all use this in our day-to-day life, is that I was kind of in that thing like, oh, do I have to prove myself? There's three people sitting like it's American Idol, and they're like, and so, you're like, why are you here? And I'm thinking of Simon, he's going to be, and so, but before I went in, I really went to this place and I said, what do I need to know? If you ever get in a jam in life and you're wondering what is going on, just take a moment and say, what do I need to know? And this is what I got from that. It said, whatever questions are asked of you are the questions you've been asking yourself. So that's how important these questions are. And I told them that when I walked in. I said, thank you for asking the questions that I need the answers to for me to continue my ministry. And they were like, what you talking about? You know, because they haven't asked anything yet. And they really understood it. What do I need to know? And then everything that shows up is an answer to that. And sometimes it's a really pretty show up, and then sometimes it's not. But it's still showing up. So I was so present during those panels because everything they asked of me, how's the health of your center? What is it like to work side by side with a co-spiritual director who's your wife? What is your health? What is your spiritual practice? How are you keeping yourself healthy? How are you managing through the stress, through the whole thing? And every time they asked, I went, oh yeah, I've been asking myself those very same questions. And so what this allowed me to do when I was there was to recommit to myself. Because this is what I know about commitment. This is what today's about commitment. What I know about that is that commitment doesn't start with I commit to CSL Kaua'i, or I commit to my wife, or I commit. No. It starts with what am I willing to commit for myself. And I had to really, before, to me, the ordination was I was paneling them. Because I was making a decision whether or not I wanted to continue. It wasn't whether or not they wanted me to continue. This was about what do I want? How do I want to continue? And it was something I had to really go deep into. Because ordination just isn't isn't that cute? Ordination is a call to say, that's been nice, you've been installed, you're on the island. Now, are you willing to go all the way? And I'm like, wow, that's a commitment. And it reminded me, have you ever seen a plant grow through cement? You know, you see it, and I saw a picture of it on Facebook the other day, and I've seen that, and I'm always just blown away at this plant that has broken through what appears to be very hard substance. And of course, I had to, make it into a talk. So I said, that's the beauty of being a minister. Everything's a talk. Everything you see, every metaphor. And I thought of myself as this plant that has made a decision. And sometimes there's this really hard substance that you think you have to get through. And I read something about it because I looked it up, and it said, actually, it doesn't break through the cement. The cement makes way for it. And I went, oh. And I was thinking the other day when I was with someone who was having some, difficulties or some challenges that felt like that it was so thick that they could never get through it. And there's going to be this one little crack that's going to allow it to make its way through. And what's so great about it's kind of like the party in the Red Sea thing, it makes way for you. I thought it was, it was like a Superman thing, like the plant goes, I will go through that, and breaking everything, very dramatic. But no, what the decision that says, I have to get to the light. I'm not staying in this darkness. Have you ever been there? You've been somewhere where you go, I'm never going to get out of it. It's so dark. It's so dark. How am I going to get through? And then there's this little pinhole that you can barely see, but you can feel it. But you can feel it, that it's there, and that's what moves you through that. So I'm thinking of this thing called commitment. And I had to really think about it. Not my ministry, but I had to think of what are we doing? Rita, we're about to sign a 5-year contract. Just in case you didn't hear that. 5. And then all of a sudden I was like, yes, finally it came through. And then you ever get what you want, right? You get what you want. You're like, we're signing the papers Monday. I mean, yeah. And then all of a sudden I go, then that little voice inside goes, 5 years. And you're like, 5 years is a long time. And you really think, 5, why didn't I say 3? Or, test it out for 2, because I'm committed. And guess what? We're signing this not because everyone said, well, you do that, we're in with you. We have to sign that first. We as spiritual leaders have to take the first step and say, I believe in what we're doing. I believe that this island needs and requires this teaching, not to dominate you, but to wake us all up, to remember our fantastic way of life that moves through us, that thing called the universal law. Someone said to me one time, and they said it in California too, what do you do when spiritual mind treatment doesn't work? And I stood there with gazed eyes, and I had to really think for a moment. And I said, it's impossible, because it works 100%. Oh, no. I've done many treatments, and oh, you are so wrong. Oh, no. It is done unto you as you believe. It is done unto you as you believe. And that's the great news, and then that's not the great news. Because you can't blame it. It is 100% accurate. When you set the law in motion, and you say, I declare this to be the absolute truth, and you get out of the way, then it has to appear, because there's not a maybe universe, there's not a no universe, there is only a yes universe. And sometimes it has said yes to some really crappy things in my life, because that's what I really believed. And I did not believe I deserved it, and I did not believe that I could do it. Like this month has been that for me and for Rita. I was pushing sometimes, man. It was nice to go to California for a minute, because I was pushing. And someone said, wow, get in the boat instead of rowing upstream, man. Throw those oars overboard and just go with the flow. But that's not enough sometimes, because I'm thinking, well, I'm not doing anything. And I need to do something, because that's what we're taught. I have grown up again, folks, this month. I don't know all the hows. I don't know how it's all going to be paid for. I don't know any of that. And I don't really care. Because what I do know is that Rita and I came here, and that you're sitting out there as the Ohana, and that there is a time that we are all waking up. This island is holding the light for the planet. Go to sleep with that at night. That's how important we are and how powerful we are. And this isn't hocus pocus. Alakadabra, alakazam, the power of God is who I am. If we remember that talk. I'm back. And I've been scared, and I've been excited, and I've been all of these things. And I said this morning in my blog, and I'll end with that. Rita and I walked through the doors of this hotel over 2 years ago by ourselves and said, is there a room for us? It was a very room at the end moment. Is there a room, because we're going to start this thing called CSL Kaua'i. Well, what is it? Well, it's what it is. And so they gave us a little room in the back of the house. And there's a little room, and we walked in it, and we said, let's go. And we committed. And we walked in there, and so much love has been in that consciousness, and how funny the last day we're in this room that we've been wanting for the 2 years. And sometimes I'm a late bloomer in my manifestation. But what I do know is we walked in and we said yes to the calling. And look what has happened. 2.5 years. I'll be very, very pleased to see our next 5 and more. like Rita always tells me, this is going to outlive us.
Yes.
And I say, like hell it is. I'm not going anywhere. Outlive? Who's going anywhere? No. I love you. It is good to be back. It is good to be committed. And thank you for taking this commitment with us. As I said this morning, we walked in here by ourselves and it felt a little lonely, but now we're not alone anymore. We have our family. Namaste. Oh, if you're wondering why I'm talking after you already clapped, it's because, never mind. I was supposed to distract you.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall trees bend into leaning. Suddenly the raindrops that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the sea makes it all clean. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back now that I have some direction. Oh, it would sure be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. And just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough chance in my life to grow up. Time, be my friend, let me start again. Suddenly my world's gone and changed its space, but I still know where I'm going. I have had my mind spun around in space, but I've watched it growing. If you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know if we should believe the things we see. Tell us, should we run away? Should we try and stay? Or is it better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world may be a fantasy, but it's taught me to love, so it's real to me. And I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love like yours and mine, like home. Thank you. I couldn't wait to get home. I hate leaving this island. So you don't ever have to worry about me going and not coming back, because I hate getting on that plane. And once I get on the plane, I'm fine. And once I'm there, I think somebody else said that to me. Was it you? Somebody said once, I can't remember. Oh, I know it was Carrie and Michael. They said once they go, they're fine. But getting off the island, it's like I'm one of those people that's stuck to the rock. That's okay though. So yeah, it was quite a trip, and it was like being on this
tour, like we were always on the whole time, and so many people, and seeing old faces, and having to tell your story, over and over and over. It was beautiful. And I said, I was so tired, but then I was like, well, how can you be tired on so much love? Because it was so much love. How can you complain about so much love? Because we were given so much love there. And it was good, but it's good to be home, and that's why I wanted to sing that song. So I want to talk just a little bit about my recommitment and what it means to me. And has anybody had the opportunity to listen to Pope Francis talk at all and watch that whole thing happening? It's been fascinating, and a lot of it's been really exciting. I think really some good things are wonderful. But I heard a talk, and he said that a little kid had asked him, I don't know if you heard this one, asked him what God did before he made the world. What did God do before he made the world? You know how kids are, right? They ask questions like that. And he said it was a very difficult question to answer, and that he had a hard time and he had to think about it. And then he said that what God did before he made the world was that he loved. And then he said, and to share that love out of himself, God made the world. And I thought, this is exactly what we teach in the science of mind and spirit. We don't believe in an outside God, but we do believe and teach that God, spirit, us, creates love. Love is the self-givingness of spirit in creation. That's what it is. So he was saying the exact same thing, but just in a different way. And I like to look at the similarities in things instead of fighting about the differences. So that's what we're doing in every single solitary moment. We are spirit, we are love, we are law, and we're creating from ourselves. That's what we're doing. We're constantly creating. We are creators, co-creators with this law that Patrick was talking about, that is so powerful, that Maureen was talking about, that can do anything that we can set our minds to. And I've said it before, and I just keep saying, because I know that sometimes we think that, like Patrick said, that it doesn't work, but it proves itself to us by not working when we tell it doesn't work, because it only knows yes. That's all this energy knows is yes. So I think I wrote that earlier this morning. It's saying yes to our no's, because it only knows yes. It's crazy, but it's a really fail-safe method, because no matter what, we can use it, and it's impersonal to us. It just says yes to whatever. So we are the creators. And when things get the toughest is the time to use it the most, to know that you can use it the most. Like sometimes we give up when things get tough. I was on the plane. I still have this little jittery thing about flying. It's like crazy. And so I remembered Ernest Holmes saying, say you know the truth, but then at the worst time in your life you're not knowing the truth, then you don't know the truth. So I was sitting on the plane with like my heart palpitating because there was a little turbulence, and I was going, okay, Rita, do you know the truth, or are you just making it up? Are you just lying to yourself? And I went back in and I treated, and the turbulence didn't stop, but my relationship to it changed, because I knew the truth. And the truth is, no matter what happens, I'm still always safe, no matter what, because I'm an eternal being, an eternal light, eternal energy, no matter what. And it calmed me so down, and I was just fine. So those times when it gets the roughest is the times that we need to know the truth. So, commitment. It's like you either do or you don't commit to something. Like there's no in between. It's like you can't be pregnant or not pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not. It's the same kind of surety. You either commit or you don't. And there was a man that said, William Hutchinson Murray, that said, until one is committed, there is the chance to draw back, always in effectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. And this is the truth. The moment you commit yourself to whatever you're committing yourself to, whether it's your health or your finances or your relationships, whenever you commit yourself to that, really truly commit it, that that's what you want in your life and that's how you want to live your life, then providence moves with you. And I know this is the truth because it just proves it to me over and over. You know, walking into this hotel, like Patrick said, and having somebody give us that room back there with not even knowing who we are and just like, hey, come on in. I mean, it's been like that one thing after another with the center. That's why I don't have any doubt in my mind that this next step that we take, that to some people it might seem really big, but to me, it's just the next occurrence. And the universe, when we make a demand upon the universe, it has to answer the demand. We call it emergent evolution in this science, is when we needed fingers, they grew. When you make a demand upon that universe, it has to meet the demand. If you're telling it and sure of it and willing to take, it's like Moses stepping into the, whatever the story, if it's true or not, when he stepped into the Red Sea, he had to step in before it parted. He didn't wait for it to part, sitting there waiting for it to part and then step in. He said, no, I'm going because we're going over there and here we go. So I feel that way right now. And they asked me in my panels, what did it mean to be ordained to me? And to me, the only thing it really meant was my opportunity to go deeper. It was like a commitment to myself, to go deeper into God, deeper into love, deeper into service, deeper into my ministry. Nothing else but that. It's not about wearing fancy sashes or Pope's hat or whatever. It's about going deeper, because I don't know about any of you, but I want to go deeper. I want to know what that presence is in every fiber of my body and every cell of my body, and not get on a plane and all of a sudden feel scared. I don't want that anymore. I want to know at all times. And the only way I'm going to do that is by just every day opening up and going deeper. And the deeper that I go, the more we open our hearts to spirit, the more it pours itself through us. It's a given. Like I said, it's a yes universe. So whatever's going on in our lives, if we can just remember that, to stick with it, when it doesn't look like it's happening, just stay with it and let it go and let it move. And like right now, I feel like I'm in this total, it's like I'm in this flow, and I really, like Patrick said, throw the oars away because they're not doing you any good anymore. And every time I start to pull back and get scared, I just throw the oars away and just keep going with the flow and with my intention, which is, like Patrick said, to build this beautiful community and to help people to feel good about themselves. That's what this is about helping us to feel good about ourselves so that we can help others feel good about themselves, so we can remember who we are and lift this planet to a new level. And it has to start within us. It has to start within me. So that's my recommitment, to just keep moving in that flow and letting it take me where it takes me, and to know that at all times I'm always taken care of. The universe always has my back, no matter what. I don't have to think too far ahead. I just have to stay right where I am. All of us, right where we are is enough. We don't have to be as far as this person is, or be as far as that person is, or go over there where Jesus is, or whatever. We need to start right where we are. And open up to that, and then we'll get exactly where we need to be. Because sometimes I think we can look at our mystical people and our metaphysicians and our great leaders in spirituality and think, oh, I'm not that. I can't get that far. But they all told us that we could, and that we do, and that we are. So just beginning right where we are, home, right here in the center. What I know is that we're each in that perfect place. Our lives are moving exactly at the speed that they need to move, and that we're always backed at all times with whatever it is that we require. That I know. And I love you, and I'm so glad to be home. I love you. Thank you.
And This is our time of affirmative giving, but before we do that, we did skip a thank you at the very
Yeah, I
beginning.
know. I just
and
thought
I've
of
been
it.
thinking of that, and because we got so involved in all about us that we forgot that when we were gone, all of you stepped up, you showed up, and all of those people that came and Roseanne and Rob and the LeMays, well, we were watching from afar, but Ron got up and everybody came in, and you didn't burn down the place and you didn't eat all the chocolate, and so Mom and Dad were very proud as we were watching it, on there, and also to give it up for Reverend Jay, who came in and was kind of the first person to come in, and he didn't appreciate being called a sitter, but because the week before he came in, I said, "Yeah, we're having a sitter in. It's like Home Alone." He goes, "Yes, I heard you say sitter," but what I know is that he is a man of integrity, and he gets my humor, so that's good. So thank you all. Give yourselves a round of applause for holding down the fort. And we just absolutely, and thank you to everyone in LA who treated us so well, and we were at their service, and Reverend James and that whole congregation that said welcome home, knowing that it was not our home anymore, but always when we're there we feel that, and everybody on our panels who treated us so well too. So mahalo, mahalo. So let's have some affirmative giving, and this is the time that we give not only our consciousness, but we give from monetary. It doesn't matter. But what I want you to remember when you're giving is that it's the law of circulation. So it's not exactly what you put in there, but put anything. Put your energy in that basket when it comes by. Put it over your heart. It really, really doesn't matter, except for the fact that the law of circulation goes like this. Giving and receiving, giving and receiving. So just remember that as we do our affirmative prayer.
It's in your program. Just divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I give freely today, knowing it returns to me abundantly. Take it away, Amy. Thank you, everyone.
Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the
Infinite within my soul.
I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am.
So I accept these gifts on behalf of the Board of Trustees and of CSL Kaua'i, knowing that they go to good use always. They prosper and bless this center and beyond and beyond, and this ministry goes forward to heal and bless this island, to bless each person in it, and to bless this world. I am so grateful for the giving. I am grateful for the giving and the receiving, knowing that it is one big circle of love. And knowing this, I just release my word as law. I release it, and I know it is done, as we say together, and so it is. Thank you. So we have some thank yous, and then Donna is going to come up and talk about some of the things that services that we need. So let's do our thank yous first, because we have a lot of them.
Yes, we do.
So go ahead. You can start.
We start with the announcement girl, island girl, Michelle LeMay. Nice to have you back, and thank you again, Ron, for filling her shoes. Not literally last week, but hey, anything goes at CSL Kauai. And then we have our beautiful greeter, Katie, who's been here since the day one of this. So.
Oh, and I just want to say one other thing about that while we're there. I want to thank her parents if they're watching.
Oh my
Because
gosh,
the
yes.
most wonderful thing that happened to us,
Oh,
the
you guys.
highlight of the whole ordination was when we walked in to Dr. Heather Clark's church, and Katie's parents, Bob and Maureen, were sitting in their center's chapel holding consciousness for us. They had come out and they were just sitting there, and it just made me cry. I was just crying. They sat there the whole time through our panels holding consciousness for us, and then standing at the end they took pictures, and it was wonderful.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, it was like a little,
Yeah, it was that
Wonderful.
moment as
So
you walk
thank you
in
to-
and you look over in the corner and there they were.
it just like eased everything. It was just so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway. I
Yeah,
just had to-
so anyway.
Okay.
We digress, but it was a good digression. And we had Harry and Rob and Roseanne. They all brought the stuff today. Now Marosa setting up. It's been so nice. We've been church in a box for so long that Rita and I have been driving this stuff up every week, and it was like so cool to drive up today. And I was like, wow, there's somebody else like unloading in here.
Well, we'll be
And then
loading
they
it
said,
back into
don't
our
get
car.
used to it. But but anyway, once we do the lemongrass, we're going to do what Michelle, LeMay, and Ron always say. The best way to leave this is, anyone for lunch? Just lock it up, lock it up.
It's coming, it's
So
coming.
we have that started out, and I think, Stephanie, are you working the bookstore today? I believe she is. And Loya, thank you for the
Welcome back,
flowers.
Loya, too. Welcome
Right.
back. Thank
And
you.
and Deborah, thank you for the flowers last week. I saw them online, by the way, so thank you, thank you
Yeah, thank you.
for bringing them. And Janice, who we forgot to go get
Yes.
with the youth,
Can somebody go grab her?
yeah. Yeah, but anyway, we digress once again. And then our wonderful music with Amy. Thank you so much. And give our love to Jeremy. And let me see, Roseanne with the programs, and you were a great mistress of ceremonies and Rob, and for this wonderful opportunity, live streaming.
And Rob, the Aston
Oh, yes.
Aloha we got some chairs and stuff from the Aston Aloha because they're giving things away. And I go, Rob, can you come right now? I'm holding these chairs. Can you just come get it? He just jumped in his truck and just ran down, and it was great.
I just
Anyway,
want to let
thank
you
for
know,
that.
people get all crazy with the word free.
I know.
Just so you'll know, it's like, these are free, and we were like, I said, we gotta remember we're ministers, like, we're hanging on the furniture.
No, that's ours. Don't
I
take
go
it.
like that, and then they're going, what? When they pretend like they didn't hear us, it got really crazy. But, so welcome.
Kiali,
Kiali, do you have
something
something to tell us? I love that book, Thanks to Nona. She did that book in her thing, and thank you, Janice. We were just ready to thank you. We realized you weren't here. Where's my? Oh, go ahead.
Don't stand back there because then we've got the same.
You can use the Michelle chair. There he is.
Oh, careful, honey. Here, Patrick will hold the book. Okay, go ahead.
I wanted to tell about this book I read with Miss Janice. It's called All I See Is Part of Me.
You have a
What did you
couple.
want to say about it?
Okay, I'll hold it for you. You can do the book. There.
I am hands, I am my feet. I'm the puppy across my street.
That's what, he's a part of the puppy as well.
She glowed, you are larger than you know. You are every place there is to go. You have a body, this is true. But look what's inside of you.
Let me show you.
Oh, okay.
We might have to take a nap, Keo. Was that
Is that
it?
it?
Thank you. Wow, thank you. That is the, oh. It's just like me.
Since everything is one part of me, we have nothing to fear because we are everything.
All right.
Thank you so much.
And this is yours, honey? Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Wow, that's great. Good
Love
job.
this book. Thank you so much, Janice.
Thank you. Yay.
There you go.
All right. So anybody? Oh, and we need to thank Maureen. Thank you for
Maureen,
sharing your
thank you
beautiful
so
journey
much.
with us. And anything else?
I think that's it. If we didn't thank you, just raise your hand and say you forgot me.
And we thank all of you for
Because I
coming
know
today.
you'll do it later.
So where will we see you next week? Lemongrass. Unless you hear something else from us.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
There we
I think
go.
We're good.
Are
Good?
we ready?
Yeah.
We're ready.
All right.
What's up? Donna.
Donna.
She's all pretty today. We got to come
Thank
up
you.
here.
I'm so glad.
We're all into your son.
Woo! Look at her today.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, so we are looking for someone to do the cake for next month for October. If you'd like to, if anyone would like to donate the cake for next month, come and see me. And I'm just going to read over the 13 areas that we're looking for help. If you feel called to participate in sacred service, these are the areas: Birthday Sunday, bookstore, youth program, set up and breakdown on Sundays, flowers, audio visual department, announcements, greeters, ushers, information table, outreach for Kaua'i projects, advertising, research, and pastoral care for CSL Kaua'i members. So if you would like to participate in any of these areas, please come see me. Thank you.
Thanks, Donna. We're on the table over there.
Yeah.
And especially with greeters, we were just taught Katie's the head of greeters, and we'd like to kind of do it by the month instead of week by week. So just if you're interested in it, just say, yeah, I'm interested in greeting. Go over to her, sign up on a Sunday, and that way, every week it's not, would you like to greet? Would you like to greet? We could just, do it by the month, okay? So that really is everything. There will be no more digressing. No more. There we go. Are you ready? All right. Everybody, let's get in our circle. I don't know how you did it last week, but I know that...
I thought this was pretty serendipitous that our closing song was Let There Be Peace on Earth, the same song that the children's choir shared with the Pope. And it's just highlighting his message of peace.
Did not know that, and I'll be doing the closing. Yes, you do the opening.
Let there be peace on
earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With love as our power, one all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let there be peace on earth. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And with our hands raised, knowing that peace does begin right here and right now, and it has already been put into intention that peace is everywhere, not just in this room, but in this entire planet and beyond, seen and unseen. So I know that this is the time. This is the time of peace on earth. So I just bless this time that we have had together, knowing that we have set it in motion, that Kaua'i, this island, is an island of light, holding this power on this wonderful, majestic, beautiful Mother Kaua'i island. So knowing that, we just let it be as we just share it with the world, this thing called love, this thing called peace. As together we say with mahalo, and so it is. Day to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear James. Happy birthday to you.